Prime Minister. He has vowed that Israel's campaign against Iran will continue as long as necessary, stressing that strikes on Iranian targets and also allied forces, alluding to Hezbollah here, will not stop in the coming days. So Israel, since day one, ever since the ceasefire announcement was made, has made it quite clear that they will not stop attacking Lebanon and also Hezbollah, which is the proxy of Iran. But now, once again, Israeli Prime Minister has made it clear that Israel's campaign against Iran will continue as long as necessary, also stressing that strikes on Iranian target and the allies will not stop. All right, so let me bring in Dr. M.J. Augustine, sir. Thank you so much for connecting with us. How do you look at what has happened in the last few hours? Because a question many are asking is what will happen next? Donald Trump has said that he does not, it does not make any difference to him whether there is a deal or not. But he's also said and also hinted at a naval blockade in the coming days. So what, according to you, could come next? Could there be escalation in the coming days?
If anyone thought this peace talk, spearheaded by Munir and Shahbaz Sharif is going to succeed in the first attempt, I think he was living in La La Land for two reasons. First, Iran is never going to give up its, quest for a nuclear weapon. 20% is max that you need for fuel grade uranium. Iran has already officially crossed 68%, heading towards 80%. Such enrichment is required only for weapons grade. Secondly, coming to Strait of Hormuz, the Musandam Peninsula, hugging the coast of Oman, from Ras Al Khaimah, Oman, already dredging work is going on. It has already been demined. So ships now can hug the coast of Musandam coast, not the VLCCs, the smaller ships, and can pass through Hormuz. So for whatever shenanigans Trump does, what Trump is saying that he will go for naval blockade, right, is partly true, and it is partly achievable with the kind of naval force that is at the disposal of the United States. It is possible to achieve a partial blockade, especially close to Musandam coast. Like I said, if Iran does not give up its quest for a nuclear weapon, this talk is not going to go forward. I do not think in any stretch of imagination they will give it up. And especially looking at how North Korea succeeded under the radar, and today nobody can touch North Korea, has emboldened Iran's stand further. So someone has to they have to step down from this, and more importantly, interested parties like Pakistan should be kept away from this. The entire deal.
All right, as you also pointed out, there are two main friction points. The first one, as you also mentioned, nuclear enrichment by Iran, and the second one is the Strait of Hormuz. So it remains to be seen how that really pans out. We have another breaking update coming in, a reaction that is coming from Iran. They have said that they're not in a hurry to negotiate with the United States, and ball is in the court of the United States. Talks have failed. Iran has said that they are in no hurry. Their delegation just a while back left from Islamabad. Iran has put ball in Trump's court. Trump, on the other hand, through social media, is hinting at a naval blockade. So could there be escalation in the coming days is something that remains to be seen. But there are two sides to this. Iran is saying that they are in no hurry to negotiate. On the other hand, Donald Trump, through social media, has put out a post also giving a statement that it does not make any difference to him that whether there is a deal or not. Let me go across to my colleague Srinjoy, who's been tracking all the details. Srinjoy, take us to the statement that is coming from Iran as well, because they are saying they are in no hurry to negotiate. But nobody has till now elaborated on what really went wrong as far as the negotiation are concerned, because they went on for more than 20 hours. What, according to you, and what are your sources telling you about what went wrong during that crucial meeting?
First of all, there are still 7 or 8 days left of the ceasefire.
Right.
Now, what has to be done now remains to be seen, because who's going to make the next step? Who's going to do what? The Americans have said, look, it doesn't matter, we've already won the war, and if necessary, we'll do a naval blockade. Now, a naval blockade can be effective, though in the case of a naval blockade, you're likely to lose a ship or two or sustain losses because of missile and drone attacks. Some inevitably will go through and strike a ship. But with two aircraft carriers, the Gerald Ford and the Abraham Lincoln, all these guided missile destroyers, other ships, clearly a naval blockade is possible. Now, what will it result in? Surely Iran gets its resources from sending oil out, principally to China and other countries. Now that will stop. Now, how that will play out remains to be seen. Naval blockades have happened before. JFK did a naval quarantine during a much more critical period. I mean, this, while important, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, those 13 days, there was a quarantine. He deliberately didn't use the word blockade. And this was close to a third world war. While this is important, imagine what a third world war between the NATO and Warsaw Pact would have been like. But at this point, it's very uncertain, because there is still a week, and perhaps the one thing people expect is the extension of a ceasefire. Now, is President Trump ready for it? Are the Iranians keen on it? It's all very uncertain, because there is so much posturing going on that what the reality is becoming difficult to see. But a naval blockade is entirely possible. Entirely possible. Of course, it means an extension of the war.
All right, and that is something Donald Trump has also hinted at. So in the next few days, it remains to be seen whether there will be escalation in the war and whether there will be warship at the Strait of Hormuz or not. Thanks so much for connecting with us and bringing that perspective. We have another breaking update coming.